Hi, my name is Jessie Oxendine, and today I will discuss the standards of practice in professional nursing. The scope and standard of practice of professional nurses is the basis in how nurses provide patient care. In order to build a good foundation in correctly following the scope and standards of practice, you have to have a solid understanding of the definition of nursing itself. According to the ANA, nursing is the protection, promotion, and optimization of health and abilities, prevention of illness and injury, facilitation of healing, alleviation of suffering through the diagnosis and treatment of human response, and advocacy in the care of individuals, families, groups, communities, and populations. Standards of care in professional nursing are authoritative statements defined and promoted by the profession, by which quality of practice, service, or education can be evaluated. These authoritative statements are developed by the ANA or other professional organizations and are critical in guiding safe, quality patient care. However, these standards only provide minimal expectations. The standards of practice include the scope of practice. In the scope of practice, the professional nursing describes the who, what, when, where, why, and how of the nursing practice. The scope and standards of practice guide nurses by providing minimal expectations and defining the who, what, when, where, why, and how of the profession. Nursing is not just about making a patient better, it also includes providing health education, assisting patients in healthcare decisions, providing direct patient care, supervision of care, assessing and applying best evidence in making care decisions, evaluating outcomes, and being an advocate for our patients. The scope and standards of practice help guide these nursing duties. The scope and standards of practice are valued to nurses and patients alike for a number of reasons. They serve as a resource for quality improvement systems, healthcare reimbursement and financing, certification activities, agency policies, procedures, and protocols. They also help establish the legal standards of care. The scope and standards help ensure competent nursing practice in all settings for all healthcare consumers and promote ongoing professional development that enhances the quality of nursing practice. These standards describe a competent level of nursing practice by which is demonstrated by the nursing process. There are 6 components of the nursing process. Standard number 1 is assessment, which is the collection of important information and data in relation to a patient's health or situation. Standard number 2, diagnosis, analysis of the data to determine an actual or potential nursing diagnosis. Standard number 3, outcome identification. The nurse identifies expected outcomes for an individualized plan. Standard number 4, planning. The nurse develops a plan to help the patient reach the expected measurable outcome. Standard number 5, implementation, which also includes coordination of care and health teaching and promotion. The nurse implements the plan, helps coordinate care, and promotes health in a safe environment. Standard number 6, evaluation. This is the process in evaluating if the goals and outcomes were met. So what is the difference between the Nurse Practice Acts and the scope and standards of practice? The Nurse Practice Act is a set of rules and regulations enacted by each state's legislature. Each state's Nurse Practice Act establishes a board of nursing to help regulate and guide the nursing profession. The Nurse Practice Act determines each state's standards and scope of practice, specifies licensure requirements, handles disciplinary action, and sets educational program standards. The Nurse Practice Act provides safe working parameters and protects patients from unprofessional and unsafe nursing practice. This set of laws ensures that every nurse practicing meets a minimum requirement for safe practice. The scope and standards of practice are the recommended guidelines in which to practice nursing. I hope you now have a better understanding of what the scope and standards of practice consist of, and also the difference between them and the Nurse Practice Acts. For more information regarding specifics of your state, please visit your state's Board of Nursing. Thank you.